Okay, Stinky's here today to answer your questions. Today we have a question from Sonia. Sonia says, I've started recovering, in brackets, from basically eating nothing to real food. Mostly carbohydrates, starchy things, biscuits and fatty foodstuffs, close brackets. At the moment it's going well so far, but there is a question that occurs to me nearly every day. Despite the fact that I don't have a lot of appetite or any real hunger, I choose to eat the things I can enjoy, like most likely, and which have a lot of calories. That makes me a little sad, however, is the fact that I also want to enjoy some fresh things like steamed veggies or fruits. Brackets, sounds strange, but those are also kind of fear food because of my digestive system seems to react most sensitively to them, even if I do not have problems with fructose. It's tested. Close brackets. But I'm afraid that they will fill my stomach without giving me necessary calories. At the moment, I don't need to increase my calorie intake because I'm underweight. Do you have any advice on that or experience to share? Do you suggest to wait until the hunger or appetite for fresh vegetables and fruits come back, or should I integrate them right now regardless of the reactions? So what you're saying is that you don't actually feel hungry for fresh fruits and vegetables, but you say you want to enjoy them. Okay, well that makes sense. So usually what happens, and it's just common sense that it would happen like this. When you are underweight and your body's malnourished, because your body's really smart, it's like, well, what would be the point of eating vegetables? Because there's nothing I need in that right now. I need fat and calories. So it craves the sweets, starchy stuffs, highly fatty things, all the stuff that you're eating. There's a reason that you want to eat those things. It sounds a little bit like you want vegetables, but you don't really want vegetables, or you don't really have the appetite for it. And so you're asking, do I wait? And do I keep on eating all of the highly fatty stuff right now? Or should I don't know if you're asking if you should force yourself to eat some vegetables. Well, my answer to that is absolutely going to be no. Because you're right, all it will do is fill your stomach up, and it doesn't provide very much bang for your buck. And when you are in recovery from malnutrition, you need bang for your buck. You need highly caloric foods for small amount of change. So nutrient density is the answer. They're also more easy for your body to digest and all that stuff. So sounds like you're doing the right thing. Maybe you're just having some wobbles about that, which is entirely normal. I think most of us do start to kind of like worry about the fact that we're not eating any fruit and vegetables and things. But just chill. Let it run its course. Let yourself recover. There will become a time when you are no longer in energy deficit, and you might actually just fancy some vegetables with your meal, and that's absolutely fine. But I think that also, when we're in recovery, you've got to combine common sense into this as well. So it's like the recovery concepts of eating as much as you can, yeah, that comes in. Common sense also comes in, which it sounds like you're using. What's the point in eating broccoli and carrots when that's not going to give me much nutrients? It's not going to give me many calories. And you know that you need to gain weight. You know that you're in energy deficit. So with that in mind, with common sense in mind, even if you were craving vegetables, I'd be like, really? Is that sensible right now? If your mission in life is to gain weight, is eating vegetables the most sensible thing that you could do? And then you might say to me, wow, but my common sense tells me that eating sweets all day isn't sensible as well. And I'd say to you, no, that's your eating disorder telling you that. Actually, if you were going by common sense, you would also say that, yeah, eating sweets all day is a great idea, because eating the highest caloric foods that I can find, whether that's sweets or fatty foods or whatever the heck it is, I don't care, then common sense would say that if you're in malnutrition, that would be the best food to eat because it's more bang for your buck. There's more nutrient density in there. So I guess what I'm trying to say there is when I say use your common sense, don't let your eating disorder sneak in on that and be like, well, studies show that we have to eat broccoli in order to live healthy lives, so that's common sense. No. Use your actual, human common sense, that kind of, streetwise common sense that I know is in there somewhere. Not your eating disorder pulled this study out of my arse common sense because it helps me restrict common sense. No, not that one. Got it.
Stinky, do you worry about the fact that you don't eat broccoli? What about carrots, Stinky? Does it bother you that you don't eat those? I think I'm making you uncomfortable, aren't I? All right.